Is digital transformation an option or a must for the public sector? And what are the technical drivers behind this transformation? And do the private and the public sector converge? Hong-Eng, the global chief government industry scientist at Huawei, is here to talk us through the latest developments. Hong-Eng, a warm welcome, and it's great to have you on our show.
Thank you so much, Ron, for having me on the show. It is a great honor indeed. I hope you and your family are well during this black swan event of our generation.
The impact of the pandemic on the public sector is substantial. So, why is digital transformation in the public sector an important initiative right now? And what are some of the main areas that can be positively impacted from this digitalization?
The impact is indeed very substantial. On the one hand, the public sector has to fight against the pandemic in safeguarding the population's health and ensuring that they go on with their lives, including working and studying under the new norm. On the other hand, the public sector has to deal with rising high unemployment, likely increase in crime, and the prospect of a major economic downturn. Digital transformation of the public sector may not be an option now for a nation and her population to overcome this challenging time. There are three broad ways digitalization can help. Firstly, more public services have to go online and mobile to reduce physical contacts and improve their efficiency too. For example, amending the law and allowing online reporting of non-injury crime. Many transactions with the public sector are mandated by regulations. It means many of these processes can be automated using AI. An added benefit is consistency in delivering services to the people and business. Secondly, introducing new services under the current mission. Grassroots economy becomes even more important during this economic downturn. Individuals and small businesses have to work together to produce more goods and services. The public sector has a role to play by digitally enabling such small business, their collaboration, and even connecting the supply and demand. For better user-centric services, we need more information sharing within the public sector. Such cross-agency enabling platform can bring about other benefits too, such as early detection of virus outbreak and proactive monitoring of essential supplies. Last but not least, enhancing the mission and offering new services. Take customs as an example. His traditional mission is to safeguard trade and revenue collection. It collects a lot of data when transacting with the exporters, importers. It can enhance its mission to trade facilitation and allowing other value adding services to come onto the customs platform, including bankers, insurance company, freight forwarders, law firms, and even the buyer and seller. Such transformation will make the nation more competitive.
Great examples. I did some research and I saw you wrote a recent article that the public services depend on five operational capabilities. Can you elaborate on this?
I see you have been tracking me. The first operational capability is sensing or data collection. It can be via a conversation, online form filling, electronic submission, or even sensors including cameras. Secondly, we need to communicate the data collected. It can be human to machine, and machine to machine. Thirdly, collaboration is necessary to derive true values from digital transformation. From the examples shared earlier, collaboration can be public sector and business, and even with the people. The Singapore Civil Defence Force uses the My Responder platform to mobilize the public to help in cardiac arrest and minor fire before the first responders arrive. Fourthly, sense making to provide answers to questions such as who, what, when, where, how, and why, and even provides forecast and prediction. From technology perspective, this operational capability requires big data analytics and AI. Last but not least, decision making. It can be as simple as dispatching a maintenance crew to repair the street light, or as complex as mobilizing thousands of people and equipment to build a temporary hospital to house COVID patients in the shortest time possible. It may also mean enacting new laws and, very importantly, allocating budget and resources.
I understand it's a must right now. Can you give some examples of the challenges that government entities are facing to successfully digitally transform?
Digital transformation is beyond digitalization, connectivity, going online, or cost reduction. It has to involve a lot more, such as redefining the mission, organization, process, and skill sets. As such, inappropriate laws and governance and lack of leadership are some challenges. Lack of budget, especially during the economic downturn, can be a showstopper too. This is why it is important to look at the operating model from capex to opex and even cloud services. Digital transformation is not one off, it has to be a journey. Another key challenge is digital divide or the lack of affordable internet access, without which we cannot really talk about digital transformation. People in many countries are not as lucky as us in the Netherlands and Singapore, with home broadband allowing us to study, work, shop, and even play at home. This pandemic will speed up the national ICT infrastructure implementation and even 5G rollout. I mentioned information silo earlier. There is also ICT infrastructure silos, leading to poor computing power. During the pandemic, public sector agencies have to deal with BCM issues too in running their own data centers. This is why cloud computing will become more important. In the last few months, many healthcare providers around the world took advantage of an AI-assisted CT scan analysis readily available in Huawei Cloud to identify COVID patients. The previous manual method took 14 minutes per patient, and it is now reduced to 2.5 minutes with AI on cloud. Lastly, one cannot have digital transformation without data. It is important for the public sector to look at a cross-agency data strategy. What data do we need? Where can we get the data? Do we have the legal authority to access the data? Do we have the budget? Public sector serves and even collaborates with the people and business. Trust is everything. The data strategy must also address privacy, security, and even disposal of the data.
Yes, some organizations have the opinion that it's a choice between the level of privacy and security versus cloud. Can you explain how you balance these aspects?
That's very observant of you. There are increasing concerns on privacy, security, and even the BCM of public cloud. This is why many countries globally, including the European Union, are looking at the concept of sovereign cloud. Data is the new currency. It has to be protected as a country's strategic resource. I feel that digital sovereignty is a matter of national security. The cloud infrastructure and data must be within a jurisdiction. There needs to be ownership and control of the data. Data crossing border is not avoidable. We need close monitoring and management of such data flow. We must put in place all the privacy measures and gain the trust from all stakeholders. Last but not least, local skills and capabilities to build, operate, and maintain sovereign cloud. The Thailand government this year approved $146 million to build a government data center and cloud to ensure the safe and secure use of data and its availability during a crisis.
I really like that you addressed the sovereign cloud as an important pillar, especially from a European perspective. Hong-Eng, thanks a lot for being on our show, and thank you for sharing your insights in the development of the public sector. And for the audience, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.
Thank you, Ron. I take this opportunity to wish you, your loved ones, and our audience great health and happiness. Stay safe.